What is up? It's Toby, aka Cushing, from the Toby and Davey YouTube channel, and this episode of Loose Beats is brought to you by DistroKid. So DistroKid is a really cool company that'll basically do all the legwork for you and talking to the big boys. You know, you send them your track, your album artwork, and you can even send them lyrics to put up. And with some of the better plans, you can even get scrolling Instagram stories that match up with your lyrics. It's pretty cool. And so basically they reach out. They reach out to Spotify. They reach out to, Apple, Google. Used to do TikTok. Don't know if we'll have that anymore, but everybody, everywhere you find music. So check them out. And in the description today, you'll find a link for 7% off your first year. So that's just pretty cool. Check them out and check out everything we do on our channel. We got a podcast called Drinking a Joint. We got Flashback Flicks and we got Play Dead. So check out everything we do. And today we are here to chill out and make a beat because this is Loose Beats. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to get loose and make this beat. So, or review it. And run over a couple. My main thing for this one is going to be running over these Vox I got set up and some ad libs to run over a couple little mixing ideas. So first we got this melody, which is called Calming Waves. You can find this over in your synth pad area. And we got a real simple little chord progression here we're running. You can check the MIDI at the bottom if that's something you like to do. So yeah, we're just running down that chord progression, really kind of pan flute, kind of haunting little synth pad, real simple and fun. And we got this 808. It's basically, I bring that in early in this one, and it's basically just walking down with the scale of the melody there. So let's hear that with it and see how it sounds. Yeah, you can see how it kind of walks down. Yeah, so we got that little variation in the end. Really like that. This is just a kind of first go on this beat, just to show you some new ideas. So next we got our kick. Let's just run down the line. And our kick comes in pretty heavy. It comes in pretty wild, for what a kick normally is. There's a lot of movement, a lot of chop movement here. And it's really just filling our void in between our 808s and kind of making them hit a little harder at different times. So yeah, it's very heavy, very busy. I'm sorry if that's crackling on you guys then. I don't know if it is, but yeah, it's got some heavy double bass, almost metal-like double bass there. But we got so much room because there's really no melody other than that synth pad. So we got a lot of room to work with on this one. And jumping down here, we got our hats that come in. You can hear those by themselves just to let you see. And on this one, I did something a little different. So I still went through and set it up on the Ultra Beat with these patterns, with a select few different ones. But on this one, what I did was actually set it to the key and run up a little, little movement, little scale runs throughout our hi-hat track here. So you can see how that kind of sounds. I really like it. It gives it just the hi-hats a little movement, which is cool. You gotta be careful. I mean, this one, it can be easily overdid. So, that's just something you gotta watch out for. Sometimes you want it like that. May go back and cut a few of these things. This is pretty new beat as far as how long I've worked on it. So, this is where it is now. So, let's see. We got our snare popping up here. Kept it super simple because as you can hear, everything's going wild. Everything's really busy. And I like our snare tone there. pretty good. Tasty 78 looks like. It's a real nice little kind of digital sounding, almost has a little hi-hat feel to it too, which is nice. So we got our beat set up here. We can hear how this sounds together and go from there. And if there is any like clicks with that, you know, the kick hasn't been mixed, and once it gets bounced down, it should sound fine in there. It's just going to be real busy in that background, you know, but it's got room, so it can kind of work. So onto our vocals on this one. And what we got here, we got a similar setup to how I've been doing recently. Run through an auto-tune, breath control, a couple different things. We got some EQs, we got a compressor, couple compressors, and through the vocal synth here on our actual verse that's run through it. But that's just to add a little distortion, a little depth, you know, a little harmony, and to keep it gritty, you know. And down here I got our Space Designer set up, which I always keep pretty simple, pretty low. Have the tail going off pretty quick. And then I got double Space Designers and double delays on this one, you know. So I set them up just slightly different. Those stereo delays, because I liked it bouncing. I like to have them just set a little bit different. And a lot of times I'll go with those sample delays for the double, but with this one I went with the stereo because I wanted it bouncing. I wanted all those echoes bouncing, everything. So that's our verse setup there. We got our hook setup, which is even simpler. You know, I kind of did it a little different. I did a bass run here. I'll have to get into that and make sure everything's set up good. But same thing, this reverb and this delay. And so let's go ahead and hear what this intro sounds like.
I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We got it about us like with Jesus.
And there's some, you know, some simple automation things I'm gonna have to go in and rearrange and add my full plugin setup. And I'll get rid of all those background noises and everything. But you can kind of hear how our vocals are sounding. And I'll let you see our lyrics. I think I got them pulled up. Yeah. So you can hear how that sounds just simply set up like that without, you know, really mixing it much, without much processing. So we got that set up. It runs into our verse here. And on this one, I actually did some ad-libs, which is very rare for me. So let's just go ahead and hear those ad-libs and see how they're set up.
My turn. My turn.
Got my reverb turned way up.
Like
I got a little more juice coming through there. Got this heavy long curve, big hall sound to give us that big reverb, so it just, you know, those ad-libs kind of just keep lasting throughout all the space. And my setup here was quite different too. One of the main things I added was this clip distortion, just something again to give it that kind of gritty noise in the background. I really like the way that sounds, how it just adds some grit in the background. So I got that set up. And to our main verse here, I pretty much got my standard setup here, everything in the order that I normally keep it in, just to keep it as real sounding as possible, you know. And we can go ahead and give that a try just to...
I'm just looking for a long time.
And so those growls you hear are from this vocal synth down here. and we've got a CompuVox up and a vocoder. And, you can set them to different little settings. There's so much you can do in Vocal Synth. I've been using it more and more as time goes on, So let's go ahead and check this out together and see how this comes across.
I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We out of the battles like with GNC. And yeah, we know drama like TNT. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We out of the battles like with GNC. I'm just looking for a long time. Get me in my zone time, showtime. Bet you wish you knew me, I'm a gold mine. You're still in the race, but you can meet me at the goal line. Get so wild, should probably be kept in a zoo. Like staying slow like a kangaroo, I do not know what you're going through. You end up all up and showing you money is something you go into. Pockets be glowing blue, I'm at the end of you roll it to get up and get to the hustle then. I know you struggling, I know you juggling jobs, but you just been praying to God, man. You should been finding a mob, should crowd away to the bank if you have to. You gotta run up the ranks, it's the sad truth, everyone's paying their dues. Maybe I'll stop buying shoes, investing my money in booze. I just got so much to lose, you should have said so much to gain, ain't no turning back clock.
See, you get where I'm going with this. It's got that kind of monotone, deep voice on this verse, and got that high singing voice, which I love sticking to that singing stuff. It ends up sounding a lot better, but I like mixing it up on this too. And so you can see pretty much my track layout, really simple. It's in the first stages, I'll end up going back and maybe taking some of that busy shit out of the kick, and we'll see how it sounds though, because I really need to hear it in a car, because I'm liking it in headphones, but you never know. It just may be too much to handle, so I'll either pull that kick back or maybe make it a little less busy. But so that's my basic run through for this. We got a really easy setup. Everything's cool. Everything's right where it should be as far as like where you should be started. The run through on the lyrics is good. And a lot of the show is just for me to show you the ideas of songwriting more than actual producing or anything else. It's more about just arrangement of songs and lyrics, So I think this was a good one. TNT, it's a fun song. And thanks you guys for showing up again. And, check out all our shit that we do. Check out Cushing. And we're going to be back soon with a new one. So, love you guys. Peace.
I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We out of the battles like with GNC. And yeah, we know drama like TNT. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We out of the battles like with GNC. I'm just looking for a long time. Get me in my zone time, showtime. Bet you wish you knew me, I'm a gold mine. You're still in the race, but you can meet me at the goal line. Get so wild, should probably be kept in a zoo. Like staying slow like a kangaroo, I do not know what you're going through. You end up all up and showing you money is something you go into. Pockets be glowing blue, I'm at the end of you roll it to get up and get to the hustle then. I know you struggling, I know you juggling jobs, but you just been praying to God, man. You should been finding a mob, should crowd away to the bank if you have to. You gotta run up the ranks, it's the sad truth, everyone's paying their dues. Maybe I'll stop buying shoes, investing my money in booze. I just got so much to lose, should I say so much to gain, ain't no turning back clock. Just put your money in stocks, I know it's a lot, but I believe in you. I know it's a lot, but I believe in you. I know it's a lie, but I believe in you. We out of the battles like with GNC. And yeah, we know drama like TNT.